Hey, it's me, your Destiny dude. Yeah, that's a nickname that's totally gonna stick. And I'm back with another guide to help you complete the weekly seasonal challenges. And I'm only slightly late. I'm Jamie Latour, and this is how to complete each of the Week 2 Season of Plunder challenges in Destiny 2. Right at the top, we have the sequel to Antiquarian I in Antiquarian II. This challenge has 2 steps. First, you need to complete the pirate hideout mission called the Sharpshooter. Get to the end of that, obtain the relic, and stick it into this table on the helm across from the star chart. The second part involves taking out roughly 250 fallen enemies. If you land precision kills, you'll complete this challenge quicker. So it's a good idea to use weapons like scout rifles, bows, or hand cannons to aim for some fallen weak spots in Catch Crash or Expedition missions, or in the Devil's Lair Strike. The next challenge is Expert Expedition 1, which involves completing 3 expedition missions and loading 25 treasures into the big treasure carrying machine thing over here. Not much to say about this one, just focus on gathering the gold engrams that pop out of the drill during the 3 expeditions that you go on. Don't forget to equip a treasure map in your Captain's Atlas to score some extra rewards. Completing this challenge and Antiquarian 1 will also earn you some repute that you can spend on pirate crew upgrades in the star chart. For more info on how that works, check out my star chart video, which you can find in the description below. How convenient. Next up, we've got Seeker's Cache, which is also a 2-part challenge. The first part has you complete 15 bounties obtained from the Star Chart, Nessus, Cosmodrome, or Europa. The Star Chart bounties are probably going to be the easiest ones to complete. However, if you don't feel like playing the Catch Crash or Expedition playlists over and over again, I'd suggest tackling some Cosmodrome bounties, because that will tie into another challenge that we'll talk about in a bit. The second part of Seeker's Cache is going to be a bit more time-consuming. You'll need to decipher a small treasure beacon that you'll receive from the star chart after you hit rank 7 with it. The beacon is essentially a riddle, and it will show up in your quests as Cryptic Quatrains 1. The clues aren't that hard to figure out since they're highlighted in orange, but here's what you need to do. First, go to the moon, which will cause the beacon to update with new clues. Every time you complete one of the beacon's steps, it'll update with the next part of this riddle. Now that you're on the moon, the beacon will want you to clear out the K1 Revelation Lost Sector, located here on the moon's map. So get in there, clear it out, and open up the chest at the end. After that, the next clue will basically scream in your face that you need to run through the Fallen Saber Strike on the Cosmodrome. Load that up and complete it like you've likely done several dozen times before, and you'll get the last clue, which wants you to go to the Eventide Ruins in the northern part of Europa. You'll end up in an area with some broken cranes, broken buildings, and a whole lot of fallen enemies. At around this point on the map, you'll find a green digging spot like you usually find at the end of an expedition. So dig there to get some loot and complete this challenge. Fusillade wants you to kill things with a submachine gun. You'll need to murder around 200 targets for this challenge, but you earn more progress by submachine gunning enemies in Catch Crash or by taking out your fellow guardians in PvP modes. So either farm your kills in Catch Crash or one of the control modes in the Crucible, and be sure to bring along your favorite SMG. 900 RPM guns are good for this challenge, or use an exotic like the Huckleberry, or my personal favorite, the Risk Runner. That's a fun gun. It kills things good. Cosmodrome Activities wants you to do Cosmodrome Activities. That one's pretty self-explanatory. That means bounties, patrols, public events, and lost sectors. Bounties that are done here will also help progress the Seeker's Cache challenge from earlier, so it might be a good idea to buy a bunch of them from Shahan, and then farm your favorite lost sector and any nearby public events. Speaking of lost sectors, Lost in the Legend wants you to complete a legendary lost sector. If you're unfamiliar with legendary lost sectors, every day, one of the lost sectors in the game is chosen at random to be that day's legendary lost sector. This significantly ups the difficulty of the lost sector and could add enemies that have buffs on them like Barrier or Unstoppable. If that's the case, you'll need to have unlocked mods in your seasonal artifact that allow you to damage these baddies. Be prepared to suffer, as these lost sectors are extremely difficult. You don't have to complete them alone, although you do have a chance to score some exotic gear if you manage to clear these by yourself. Keep in mind that you'll need to have completed the normal version of a lost sector before you can play its legendary variant. This changes every day, so to figure out what today's legendary lost sector is, check out the website todayindestiny.com. And for advice on how to beat these legendary lost sectors, we have guides for them over in our Witch Queen hub on thegamer.com. I'll put a link for that in the description below because I'm a swell guy. Close range calibration wants you to score 200 kills with specific close range weapons in the Cosmodrome. The weapons in question are sidearms, glaives, swords, and submachine guns. You can pretty much knock this one out while you're doing the Cosmodrome Activities challenge and the Fusillade challenge if you're using a submachine gun. Bank, Kill, Repeat requires you to score 250 points by playing Gambit matches. You get points for doing almost anything in Gambit, but you'll finish this challenge faster by killing blockers sent to steal your moats and guardians on the opposing team. You'll likely be doing your weekly Gambit challenge to get some pinnacle gear anyway, so just play some Gambit games and this challenge should clear itself. Arc of History wants you to defeat 100 guardians with arc damage. This can be done with any abilities, supers, or weapons that deal arc damage. So put on your favorite arc-type guns and a good arc subclass, and just play a bunch of matches in your favorite PvP playlist. If you're good at PvP, then this shouldn't take too long. If you're like me, and you're bad at PvP, then this one could take a while. The final Week 2 challenge is Anti-Cabal Sweep, which wants you to take out Cabal enemies in Vanguard playlists or strikes. Much like Gambit and the Crucible, you're probably going to be dipping into the Vanguard playlist to get that weekly pinnacle gear. So do that, and you may end up in some strikes focusing on killing Cabal. If not, load up a strike like the Arms Dealer or Proving Grounds to murder some more Cabal and finish off your challenges for this week. And there you go, that's every challenge for Week 2. Now it's time to move on to Week 3. Man, why do these weeks feel so short? For more gaming news and guides, check out thegamer.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.